Hello there, welcome to episode 19 of the B-League. Jules Schiller is still in a hot tub with Vladimir Putin in Sochi, so he won't be joining me, but I do have a special co-host. We're going to find out what our co-host has been up to. Have a look at this. A long-term injury can dent the enthusiasm of most professionals, but not Rhyan Grant. He's turned his time off the park into a positive.
It's been pretty busy. I've just started my own group called Rhyan Grant's Guys. It's flying at the moment. The numbers are going pretty well at the moment.
Rhyan Grant's Guys, or the RGG, are set to revolutionise the terraces of the A-League.
RGG, RGG.
Rhyan even finds time to write what he says are the most original fan chants in football history.
Another one is, who do we sing for? The RGG.
Even one of his Sydney FC teammates is on board.
Yeah, Richie Garcia. He was the first one to sign up for it.
Well, originally I thought the RGG was the Richie Garcia group.
But what exactly does a member of the RGG do?
Wear my jerseys, chant my name, sing for me. Anything to do with me. They've even got a few wigs. When I had a bit longer hair, they try and wear them and reminisce.
He's also had to make some incredibly tough decisions.
We tried blue texture, but we thought black looked better.
This young man is full of ideas.
So I've come up with this great idea where fans can put their postcode on a poster, but then I thought, why stop there? You can put your where you live, obviously, your postcode, your profession and your salary.
But that's got nothing on an idea he calls the game changer.
In the 80th minute, the RGG all link arms and face the opposite direction and jump up and down. I think it's going to be something new and something that the A-League's going to love.
The Den, the North Terrace, the Shed, the Squadron, all set to be overtaken by the RGG.
Who do we sing for? The RGG. Why? Because of the best Pacific player group supportings ever.
Not quite sure about the last chant, but a good idea nonetheless. Welcome, Rhyan Grant.
Thank you.
How's the RGG going?
Very well. As you can see, there's a few fans out there at the moment, so no, that's going well.
Well, obviously, I don't want to start on a downer, having you on as a guest, but I do need to pull you up on something. Some of those ideas, some of those chants seem very familiar. I want to show you this, Ryan. Check this out. It's the Wanderers fans. Listen to this. Singing RBB, and then they've got their postcodes shots there. They're doing what they call the Poznan as well. Look, I don't want to accuse you of stealing the ideas of another fan group, but I am going to. Have you just stolen the ideas from another fan group?
I mean, that's very similar. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but I'm glad that it's catching on. As long as they know that I've come up with it, I'm happy for other fans.
I'm pretty sure they've been doing that for more than a year, though, Ryan.
I think I come out with it first. I'm not gonna argue with them. As long as I'm acknowledged for it, I'm happy for other people to do it.
Okay, just as long as you footnote Rhyan Grant, you'll be fine, members of the RBB. Something else we'd like to talk about is a moment from last night's game. Your team were involved against Perth Glory. Have a look at this bizarre display from Michael Thwaite. For some reason, he's just stacked himself, showing us his golden Thwaite, as he calls it. But what I wanted to do was get the final word on this bizarre moment. There's only one person you can go to. Of course, it is his captain, Jacob Burns, or as we like to call it, the Burns unit. Let's find out.
Burn for you. Ooh, gotta let it burn.
Androgynous.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Quite a sad thing happened last week in the Hyundai A-League, and if you want to have a look at this is an official police report. The sauce bottles at Central Coast are obviously one of the icons of world football. A person of interest obtained a pair of tongs. This is post-game on the pitch. Went to the southern end where two inflatable advertising signs, aka the sauce bottles, were situated. The person of interest using the instrument struck the barbecue sauce bottle several times with the tongs, puncturing the sign. Ryan, this is absolutely devastating. As a player, when you see this sort of violence towards those icons, how do you feel?
Oh, very sad, mate. It's obviously not what you want to see, and they're very popular up there, so it's tough to see.
Well, we've been big campaigners to stop corner flag violence. Now we're going to have to stop sauce bottle violence, which is just horrific. We've got a recreation from the police of what happened, pretty graphic footage. We didn't want to have to share this, but there you go, the sauce going absolutely everywhere. Now everyone's attention is turning, there's the police arriving. They were pretty quick on the scene, so fair play to the police there locally. I don't know why there was a giant hand there. Let's just gloss over that. But we want to know who it was, and I believe you've got some intel from the police on the suspects.
Yeah, I think there's 3 main suspects at the moment. Obviously, the first one, Archie Thompson, he's always over at the corner flag, and they can be quite sharp, so he's a suspect. The second one is the Mustard. Obviously, jealousy might come into play there. He's not getting as much attention. And then finally, the mascot from the Mariners, I think it's Marvin,
Yeah, Marvin's kind of disappeared. He's almost estranged from the Mariners. And it's funny you bring up Marvin, because he was the first person that came to mind for me. Have a look at his form. This is Marvin earlier in the year. He stole a flag from some kids, then he damaged some property at the stadium. And what about this? Violence towards other mascots. So all fingers are pointing to Marvin, and he has disappeared from the A-League. So we want to ask this on Twitter tonight. #Where's Marvin? Marvin, if you're watching this, please come forward, because as a football community, we will support you, but you can't go around obstructing with sauce bottles like that. It's just really sad to see. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Sebastian Ryall, one of your teammates. Earlier in the season, we showed you this.
Just got the stats for the jersey sold, and apparently I've only sold 17. Del Piero's sold thousands and thousands, and I'm just a bit upset with that.
How's he coping since that's gone to air?
He's got more positive. I think he's done pretty well lately, so he's starting to get a few more jerseys sold, but he's improved a lot, yeah.
Well, he scored this cracking goal against Melbourne Victory, almost, you know, waltzing through the Victory defence and then finishing with the outside of his foot. You'd hope that that would help him move some more units. What was he doing with that thing with his ear?
He was actually trying to hear the RGG, which he could, obviously, in front of the Melbourne fans.
Oh, they're a lot louder than the Melbourne fans.
Well, I think it's double figures now. I think it's 11, so,
congratulations, mate.
Thank you. I wasn't going to say anything, but
well
we're doing well, and he could obviously hear them, and he was just showing his support to them. So
and you've got the official stats because you know the people at the team store, so you can reveal for us now how the shirt sales are going. Yeah,
he's improved. As you can see there, he's gone up another 12, I think, which is brilliant for Seba, and like you said, the goal sort of helped that. But
he's just been overtaken by Calvano.
Yeah, which is interesting as Thiago's recently left. But 29 is still a good figure, and Seba's happy, I think.
Well, Seb, you've got our support. Golden Thwaite time now, awarded for your online excellence. And last week on the show, we were talking about A-League fiction, fictional A-League books. Now, you sent through some beauties, but the runner-up had to be this guy. Well done to Adam Howard, who sent us Virgin Monthly, of course, with Marcos Flores on the front. That would never happen due to flavour. And the winner, fair play, the Kevin Musker story. Excellent job by Tommy Silver, a.k.a. Tommy Gold, as we call him. Here is your personalised message.
I'm Robbie Thwaite, and I'd like to present this week's Golden Thwaite to
Tommy Silver.
All because you
made Kevin Musker fair play.
Congratulations, champ.
Keep up the great work at the B-League on Twitter and the B-League Fox Sports. Ryan, thank you so much for doing it today.
Worries.
Good luck with the RGG.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you guys taking on the RBB in a few weeks.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
It's going to be a tough contest between those two supporter groups. Can't wait to see it play out. Good night, B-Leaguers.
And good night, Ross Aloisi.
This is the outro song for